What's good, people? Thank you as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you guys are new. Before we start, I was thinking something crazy today. Honestly, something crazy, but also something quite important. I was in the gym working out, and I was thinking about some of the videos I did in London, especially towards the end, right? I was missing my green chair. Just thinking about some of those videos. I even watched a few of those videos whilst in the gym. And I was watching them, and I think the last 5 or 6 videos, I had a drink. I had a drink. I remember it. Monkey Shoulder, Gentleman Jack, Jack Daniels. I had a drink, right? And since I've been here, and when I say I had a drink, I wasn't fucking chucking them down. You guys have watched the videos, but there was a couple of sips anyway. Since I've come here, you guys have been watching the videos, not once. I've not even thought about it. London is stressful. I can only put it down to how stressful London is. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind a drink now and again. But again, I was filming there, thought need a drink. Filming here, doesn't even come into my mind. Strange, right? Strange. London is stressful. So to all those people, not just in London, but UK, but anywhere in the world, if you are going through stress or anything like that, and you want someone to talk to, feel free to holler at your boy. I'm not even joking. I'm being very, very serious when I say this. Obviously, I wasn't going for anything stressful like that. It wasn't fucking that deep. But if you are watching this video and you just want to have a chat with someone and you think, you know, I wouldn't mind chatting with Ade because I'm pretty good at talking, feel free to drop me an email with your number and we can get talking, people. We can get talking. All right, enough of that stuff. Let's talk about Adam Smith and Eddie Hearn. There were a lot of rumors in the last couple of weeks circulating that Sky, Adam Smith and the big wigs are not too happy with Matchroom and Eddie Hearn. Again, those were rumors, and I don't necessarily like to make videos based on rumors. I do that already, and I'm actually trying to get rid of that kind of stuff because as well as doing this, I do work in boxing, and I just don't think it helps me. It doesn't help my brand, it doesn't help anything I do. So I was waiting to hear all this information from the horse's mouth. Thank God today I got that information, and credit to Cook and Cassius. If you haven't checked out the video, which I'm sure most of you have, but if you haven't, IFL released a video today, Coogan interviewing Eddie. A very strange interview. It doesn't really tell us much. But what it did do, and I think this is about 15 minutes in, was Coogan, and credit to him for asking this question. I didn't even expect him to ask. But he went out to Adam Smith and said, the rumors are circulating that you're not happy with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. I think Coogan asked it as a joke. I actually think he asked it as a joke. I didn't think he expected a serious response back. But Adam Smith gave him a serious response back. Adam Smith was like, well, you know, Eddie Hearn knows exactly what we want at Sky. Eddie Hearn knows exactly what we need. And I've never, ever heard that from Adam Smith, right? The relationship between Matchroom and Sky has been, I thought, fantastic. I don't know how long this relationship's been going on. Can we say 6, 7 years? Can we say that? I think it's been good. You think of what Eddie Hearn has produced and done for Sky in terms of building that Sky boxing brand. It's been phenomenal. But unfortunately for Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, the world we live in right now is, what have you done for me lately? What are you doing for me right fucking now? That's the kind of bullshit world we live in. Because if you look at what Eddie Hearn delivered for Sky last year, just in terms of pay-per-view events, how can Sky even be remotely disappointed? How can they be? You had David Haye versus Tony Bellew, which I believe done about 800,000, the rematch. O2 Arena sold out. You had Tony Bellew versus Usyk, which I, again, believe done about 600,000. MEN Arena sold out. You had Dillian White versus Joseph Parker. O2 Arena, I believe it was a sellout or very close to a sellout, 450,000. Dillian White versus Derek Chisora. O2 Arena, sellout, 430,000. Then you had the big AJ fights in Wells and Wembley Stadium. And there were others as well. How can you be disappointed in that? I tell you how you can be disappointed with that. 4 letters, DAZN, DAZN. No one knew how this big DAZN deal was going to affect the relationship between Sky and Eddie Hearn, but you can hear in Adam Smith's comments that it's already starting to take effect. He clearly said it's not all about America. We need to focus on what's going on over here. Right? And obviously Eddie Hearn right now is pushing this big American thing, right? Matchroom have set up headquarters in America. Eddie Hearn, it almost seems like he's in America every single week, which is all well and good. The American show's looking good. The UK shows are looking shit. Look at the show this weekend. Look, I don't want to discredit some of these young and upcoming fighters, but that's what people are paying their Sky Sports package for? For that? For Ted Cheeseman? For Lawrence Okoli fighting a career light heavyweight? For Craig Richards versus Jake Paul, really? That's it? But those are all small things. The biggest problem and the number one issue going forward is going to be Anthony Joshua, right? Sky would have already pinpointed that Anthony Joshua was going to fight April 13th, Wembley, and they would have already been cashing those checks, right? They know Anthony Joshua does about 1.1 million pay-per-view buys. They would have hoped that it would have been Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury, and they would have just, sailed into the sunset with all that money. It would have been at least 2.5 million pay-per-view buys if it was Joshua versus Fury or Wilder. But they would have accepted Dillian White versus Joshua because they know Joshua can do, even with Dillian White, 1 million, 1.2, that isn't happening. And to rub salt in the wounds, not only is Joshua not fighting at April 13th Wembley, it looks like Joshua's going to fight in America. And if he fights in America, where's he going to be fighting? That's correct, DAZN, on DAZN all day long. And look, don't get me wrong, AJ's fight against Jarrell Miller will probably be on pay-per-view here. I say here, I'm in the UK anyway, but look, it's not going to do more than 250,000 buys, I'll tell you that now. It's going to be like 3 or 4 in the morning and no more than 250,000 people will buy that. Compare that to what they would have got, and I'm talking Sky here in terms of revenue, if AJ was fighting in London at 10 p.m. You can understand why they're upset. And there's more. There's Kell Brook versus Amir Khan. Sky Sports would have said, we need to get this fight. Eddie Hearn, you must deliver this fight. Not delivered it. Not delivered it. So look, he's not delivered Amir Khan versus Kell Brook. That would have been on Sky Sports box office. He's not delivered AJ versus anyone, which would have been on Sky Sports box office. But the really big problem, bigger than AJ, bigger than Khan, bigger than Brook, bigger than Dillian White, bigger than anything is, where are the next stars? Where are the next stars? Again, last year, 2018 was a very, very good year. Not bad at all. I mean, 6, 7 pay-per-views, arenas filled. Where are the big stars now? Where are they? Where's the next big British star? It's all well and good Eddie Hearn taking all these trips to America and building up this DAZN America thing. What's going on here? What's going on at home with Sky Sports? Where are the next big stars? Don't know. Simple answer is I don't know. And that's simply not a good enough answer to give to Sky Sports. Sky Sports are not going to be happy with this. Where are the next big stars, Eddie? I mean, you've been doing this for many years. You've made a lot of money. You're doing the DAZN thing. Congratulations. Well done. Where is the next big British star? Is it Buatsi? Is it Kelly? They're at least, I'd say, about 2 years away from becoming stars, especially if we're talking pay-per-view stars. And that's where the real money is, pay-per-view. There's a problem. We have a problem here, people. And I don't know how this problem goes away. I really don't. And again, I thought this problem is multiplied by the fact that AJ will not fight at Wembley, thus will not make massive pay-per-view numbers for Sky. But again, the salt in the wound here is that he then goes and fights on DAZN, a completely separate property, completely separate platform to Sky. Imagine that. Imagine Sky bigwigs around the table. AJ, someone they've helped build up for the last, since 2013 ends, so the last 6 years, is now probably going to fight on DAZN. Okay, yeah, surely that won't piss you off. Of course it will piss you off.